Hello, this is Dr. Linda Martinez-Lewi. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in the narcissistic personality. I want to speak with you about appreciating and integrating your shadow self. The shadow is that part of us that rises from the unconscious. It is mysterious and unique to each individual. Carl Jung describes it this way, quote, "The shadow personifies everything that the subject or person refuses to acknowledge about himself," close quote. And quoting from my book, Recovering and Healing After the Narcissist, quote, "Those who have no conscious acquaintance with their shadow project forgotten, forbidden, and disowned parts of themselves onto others in destructive ways," close quote. There are many examples of individuals who have no conscious awareness of their shadow. There are personalities who have a flat affect. Little or no real emotion is expressed. Others are studied, stilted, who lack spontaneity and humor. You have aggressive personalities who demand constant attention, who find fault in others, never themselves, and will not admit that they were ever wrong. These are false selves that have been developed to conceal a real self that has been psychologically damaged. Our personal shadow is revealed through dreams, fantasies, reveries, and spontaneous writing. When we are open to these inner worlds, we become receptive to the richness of the unconscious. For tens of thousands of years, man has been dealing with his or her shadow in a variety of ways. Going back to the dawn of time when man first walked upright, he had been infused with the shadow parts of himself, herself, found in the deep unconscious of the psyche. In primitive cultures, there were rituals that provided an outlet and understanding for integrating the shadow within the group and the individual. Today, we continue to face our shadows. For many, the shadow remains completely unrecognized by the conscious psyche of the individual. As humans, we carry the inheritance of our shadow selves. This is not a curse, but an incredible boon to those who seek wholeness and the promise and fulfillment of one's unique individuality. Being open to our dreams, reveries, meditations, offers a pathway to become acquainted and familiar with our shadow within. Creativity is born through the shadow. It comes forth in spontaneous writing, our dreams, in communion with nature. It walks with us day and night, always beside us, whether we acknowledge its presence or not. The shadow is born in the heart of the unconscious, that mysterious territory and center of light and dark, a psychological chiaroscuro from which the masterpiece is created and spins into existence in its full glory. Spontaneous writing is one of the most powerful ways to get in touch with your shadow self. Take a pen in hand and a paper and just let it just flow. Let the pen just flow across the page without making any judgments, not telling yourself you have to do it a particular way. None of that. No coaching and nothing that you have to do. Be non-judgmental and look to see how this flows. It's truly remarkable. And if it doesn't flow, that's perfectly okay as well. You can also do some very creative walk. You can look at the beauties of nature, the skies, clouds, ground animals, listen to the birds. When you're doing this, you let your mind just kind of float and observe. And that, again, very non-judgmentally, and just see where that takes you. Be in the moment with it. Appreciate your own presence. Practice self-care each day and pay close attention to your intuition. It always tells you the truth. Please subscribe to the Narcissist in Your Life podcast. For my books, click on the first link beneath the show notes. Click on the second link beneath the show notes for the Mental Health News Radio Network. This is a global network of shows by podcasters that encompasses every facet of mental health. I am deeply honored that my show, The Narcissist in Your Life podcast, is on this great network. Be kind with yourself. Move into the flow and embrace your precious individuality. Remember spontaneous writing, which is an entree to the unconscious and to the rediscovery of your integrated shadow.